All right, this is Post-Apocalyptic Mukbang. What are we at? Volume 4 now. This is going to be called Space Barbecue. I was going to say Space Barbie, but then it was like, wait, you're going to tell us how Barbie tastes? That's not what I meant. Space Barbecue. I'll explain what I mean by that in a moment. First, the Pallet Cleanse. Same coffee as before. I mean, not literally the same coffee. I've made fresher coffee. Kirkland from a couple hours ago, not too bad. Smoked the Largo tobacco, good stuff. I noticed the cigarette shop's not really carrying it so much anymore since I haven't really shopped there for it for months and months and months. So probably have to talk to my boss at the gas station about getting some in or something. All right. We only really got two items on this one today. First is a slightly updated microwaved baked potato. Here, let me. I basically half baked the biggest one and did the slit style. Of course, you got to scrub the outside, clean the eyes, get the worst chunks out, slit them so there's a place for steam. And these ones I went about 3 minutes on a side instead of 4 to 5 because they're a lot smaller. I did, however, with the half bake on the biggest one and make sure that they were kind of cut up. On the last 30 seconds, I added a slice of sandwich cheese. Let me go grab the label for that. Had about 2 tablespoons of great value salted butter that I kind of smeared over the top before the 30 seconds. These had spray on, I think it's canola is all I have left for the spray oil, and that's about gone. Sprayed oil on both sides of everything, kosher salt, like I do. It's a great value American pasteurized prepared, it's not even pasteurized processed, it's pasteurized prepared cheese product. Now these say keep refrigerated, but these are the individually wrapped. I've already found that these will definitely keep for long enough for me to eat this entire package. Not all at once, mind you. One slice, one serving. I've got 3 total in here. So, total fat, 18%. That's at times 3. These will all be for 3 servings. Saturated fat, 39%. No trans fat. Cholesterol, 15%. Sodium, 30%. Total carbohydrate, 3%. Vitamin D, 30%. Calcium, 45%. Potassium, 12%. No iron. Not too bad. Ingredients, American cheese, pasteurized, milk, cheese culture, salt enzymes, skim milk, cream and whey, milk protein concentrate. So we got powdered milk in there. Modified food starch, whey protein concentrate, 2% or less of APO carotenool, and beta carotene for color. Natural color, at least, that's good. Calcium phosphate, citric acid, dairy product solids, lactic acid, sodium citrate, potassium citrate, salt, sodium citrate, sodium phosphate, sorbic acid as a preservative, and vitamin D3 contains milk. So there's some decent nutrition in this. I'm calling this, I also added a little bit of onion powder, powdered garlic, and dried onion minced flakes underneath with the butter under the cheese before doing the final 30 seconds in the microwave. So the reason I'm calling this Space Barbecue, the space part, is because I'm basically using canned and or dried products, things that will store well. So, pretend you're on a space station. This entire meal was made in a microwave. I know that's not exactly post-apocalyptic, but I've already named it. What are you going to do? So, going to try one of the smaller regular style that I had to split open. Oh, it's so good. Cheese is melted just right. Nothing's burnt. Nothing's messed up. Take one of the half bakes. delicious. you saw my previous couple of videos, you saw that I was down with the brown bottle flu yesterday. Had a wee bout of shore leave, but the good doctor pulled me through. Shore leave? Yeah. So, second item on the list, barbecue chicken and corn. A little runnier than I would have liked it to be, but it's cooked in enough that the chicken is soaked in the barbecue sauce as well. Alright, ingredients. 1 can of Happy Harvest, whole kernel golden sweet corn. No artificial preservatives or ingredients, picked and packed same day. Now, I refuse to believe that the corn was picked in the field with the tractor, shipped and packed on the same day. I can't get behind that, because since we're making some Star Trek jokes. Okay, 3.5 per container. Total fat, that would be 3.5%. Saturated fat, 0. Trans fat, 0. Cholesterol, 0. Sodium, 13%. So that goes at 3.5. Basically, I'm getting my sodium entirely, of course. And that doesn't even count the freaking kosher salt, so we're way good on sodium. But, sick as I was yesterday, I need electrolytes. Carbohydrates, be 17.5%. Dietary fiber, about 25%. No added sugars, but total sugars from the corn, about 21%. Protein, 7%, I believe. Getting 7% of my iron, no calcium, no D, and 7% of potassium. So, yeah, ingredients: corn, water, salt. That's all be corn. Chicken we've been over. Same as for the great value. Looking at 7% total fat. And what I did with this was, to make it easier, didn't want to add too much water, which obviously we still got a little bit. But what I did was I ran this under the hot faucet, both sides of the can, shook it around good, got pretty much all the fat out while pouring it out, because I kept it like straight from the hot water, pop the top, pour it in. No saturated fat, no trans fat, no polyunsaturated fat, no monounsaturated fat. Looking at about 45% cholesterol. Jesus. Wow. Yeah, okay. All the sodium for a day right there. I'm not even going to try and do 17 times 3.5. My brain don't want to do it. That's why I need electrolytes. 26% protein. So yeah, 75. I'm getting all my protein between the cheese and the corn and the chicken together. About 15% of potassium, no D, no calcium, no iron. Ingredients: chicken breast with rib meat. Water contains 2% or less of sea salt, modified food starch, sodium phosphate, salt, chicken broth flavorings. So yeah, gluten-free, 98% fat-free. All right. And this is not it's got a green label, but it doesn't have a specifically healthy, like this. Oftentimes you'd see a special bright color like that would indicate low salt, low sodium, no such thing. This is the full on. All right, so then I got the barbecue sauce. This is Casey Masterpiece, hickory brown sugar, Kansas City style barbecue sauce. Carbohydrates from sugars, sodium, that's about it. Ingredients: tomato puree, water, tomato paste, high fructose corn syrup, brown sugar, molasses, water, vinegar, salt, less than 2% of, spices, mustard, natural flavors, modified food starch, xanthan gum, natural hickory smoke flavor, and not good. Caramel color, dried onion, dry garlic, turmeric, paprika extracts. So, I mean, some, decent seasonings. This one, the expiration date is 18th of November, 2016. I've actually had this on the shelf that long. Opened it up about a week ago. It says refrigerate. I haven't. Seems to keep pretty well as long as you get rid of it fast enough. So this is my third barbecue thing I've had, and that's why I decided to. Not that much was left in the bottom, so I decided to use it. And with this, I'd gone shopping today, picked up some other groceries and such. So I used this teriyaki sauce. which is high sodium, a little bit of sugar. Teriyaki is an amazing thing. It's basically, like it says here, soy sauce, first ingredient, water, wheat, soybeans, salt, and then it has rice wine, fructose corn syrup, distilled vinegar, rice wine vinegar, salt, sodium benzoate preservative, natural flavors, succinic acid, and xanthan gum. Basically took a little splash of this to rinse out the bottom of the bottle, pour the rest in, and also a lot of folks like their barbecue sauce to have honey in it, sweet and barbecue and whatever. I like mine to have a little bit of spice. So we got the Berman's hot sauce, original cayenne pepper. It's basically Frank's Red Hot, but the Aldi version, just as good. Best by date. Come on, dude. Seriously? Seriously? This shit does not go bad. Ingredients: aged cayenne pepper, distilled vinegar, water, salt, 2% or less of xanthan gum, garlic powder. Basic. 8% sodium, no other anything. So yeah, I'm definitely over on sodium, but I'll be all right. And in fact, later on, I'm probably going to end up having even more sodium in my diet because any further meal I have today will be supplemented as like some popcorn or something, or maybe I'll make another potato, but probably not. Okay, so before I get to that, I'm going to eat another bite of this amazing potato. My palate is craving more. This, again, is real butter, kosher salt, real potato, and American cheese is already non-aged cheddar. This is like they cut the blocks of cheddar cheese for the cheddar blocks, and they set it to age for a while and package or whatever they do. The little corner bits and the extra bits get melted back down and mixed in with oil. That's American cheese. Kind of like how coffee Americano is like an espresso that's been watered down. American cheese is cheddar that's been oiled down. But it has still got cheddar in it. I love cheddar. God, that's good. All right. I'm going to go for my highly expired... This expired when Donald Trump was elected president in 2016. A little sweet, barbecuey, corn is crispy, chicken's tender. You could strain this out and put it on a sandwich. The only thing this barbecue is really missing is some greens. I did munch on a leaf out of the garden to see if it was edible, and it was alright, but a little bitter. The photo identifier plant app that I have can't seem to decide whether it's wild mustard or China lettuce. Kind of looks like both, acts like both. And the other thing being, if it's wild mustard, it might actually end up being a turnip. So, anyways, I do have greens available, but this, I just wasn't feeling like doing any kind of a braise in the microwave or whatever, because you're supposed to saute them. But, pepper. Some seasoned salt. Seasoned salt's a great thing. This ain't Lowry's, but it's all basically the same. Yeah, paprika, turmeric, onion, garlic, plus the salt, sugar. Always a nice thing to have around. If you cook anything, pretty much everything can benefit from having that in it. Even just a little bit. Put it on your burgers before you cook them. I like to do garlic powder, onion powder, and seasoned salt. And do it like a rub on a hamburger before frying it up in a pan. Flavors everything nicely. Get a nice savory and extremely satisfying flavor. Alright, so let's try this again with the seasonings. A little better. Kind of taste the teriyaki in it. So, Space Barbecue. A lot of dehydrated, canned ingredients. Fits into the post-apocalyptic because of the canned goods and the expiration dates. But like I said, the taters, that's kind of a I would imagine they'd be reconstituted paste in all flavors in a tube, and you'd be sipping it through a straw, a la 2001. Do 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 do. Okay. There we go. There it is. Last batch of this I made with carrots. A little too much hot sauce, but it kind of balanced out. The chicken and the carrots is freaking amazing, I gotta say. Normally chicken and corn is what you'd think of. I like peas with my chicken, but carrots as well. And carrots and the barbecue sauce just... This is pretty good. Get me feeling back up to spec. I can dig it. So yeah, this has been Post-Apocalyptic Mukbang number 4. Some people call this a space barbecue. So I hope you've all enjoyed this. Still got to do the rice thing at some point, but I got to feel like making it and eating it. I just haven't really been in the mood for it yet, but probably tomorrow's meal or the day after I will do one. So it's coming, I promise. Thank you very much for joining me.